Everyone's dream is to land a six-figure job in Canada, but the truth is, not everyone knows how to go about it.
Here are 5 tips that would help you land your six-figure dream job in Canada.
So before we get into it, the first thing you need to consider is your career path and your industry as well. Think about it or do some research. There are actually some things you need to consider to find out if you are positioned already for a six-figure job or if you need to change some things.
Not every industry or role has six-figure potential in earnings, so this might be the time for you to take a step back, assess, and pivot. All right, guys, so let's get into it. The first thing you need to do is to assess where you stand and see if you need to fill any gaps in terms of your skills and experience. That will be if you need to take any additional courses or you need to build some experience before you apply for your six-figure job. For instance, right now, I'm taking a course on business communications, and I think you're taking a course as well.
Yeah, I'm taking a business foundations course from UBC, and the truth is that I actually wanted to pivot into tech because I was like, hey, I know a lot of people that pivoted successfully into a tech career and they were earning six-figure jobs just like that.
Yes, guys, so the tech industry is booming right now and they have six-figure jobs. A lot of them are available now. And if you want to pivot into tech, a great way to start would be through taking a course. And the course I recommend to you is the Scrum Master Bootcamp by Rockcity Consulting. Rockcity Consulting offers a range of courses and bootcamps for you to be able to develop yourself in the tech industry and land your dream job.
You can either enroll in the 2-day SAFE Scrum Master certification course, which makes you eligible to take the SAFE exam and become a certified Scrum Master, or you can join the Scrum Master Bootcamp, which gives you all the knowledge and the certification you need to land your dream tech job in as little as 4 weeks. The best part about Rockcity Consulting's offerings are that they've made it so easy to transition from any industry to becoming a sought-after Scrum Master or Agile professional.
So we're going to leave all the relevant links and information in the description box below for you so you can sign up today to land your dream tech job.
Okay, so now that you've taken out the time to develop yourself and upskill, the next thing will be to gather all your relevant documents. And this would include redoing your CV, getting a very nice cover letter, and also updating your LinkedIn profile.
And now we're going to be raising the bar up today with a new feature, which is your introductory video. In a pool of candidates, you need to stand out, and what we started doing on our end is adding a little introductory video about ourselves so that a recruiter who sees this can easily meet you and hear you speak.
So a few tips about your CV, your cover letter, and your LinkedIn profile. I think first of all, make sure your CV is up to date. Make sure you put a lot of case studies and relevant experiences in there so the ATS system can pick it up and whoever is checking out your CV knows that you're actually worth that six-figure job. For your cover letter, I always advise putting it on a letterhead, and also for both documents, it's always good to have like a working file, a document that you can always customize to specific job descriptions and companies as needed, and you just download the PDF and send. While for your LinkedIn profile, you definitely need to check out your header image and also your displayed picture. Make sure everything is up to date and recent. You need to check your experience also and your education and that new certification you just got, and make sure they stand out on your profile. Your headline is also very important. That's like the easiest way to sell yourself. People are going to be searching for specific titles like Scrum Master, so you need to put that somewhere in that headline.
And just adding to what he said, in Canada is a different landscape. Recruiters actually check LinkedIn, so don't leave your LinkedIn just meh. Yeah. They even check it to be sure that what you put in your CV correlates with what is actually there. So make sure you update your LinkedIn. Now you have your CV, your cover letter, LinkedIn profile already all good to go. The next thing you need to do is to search job boards for roles that are actually being paid six figures. Now the good thing about some of these job boards is that they actually indicate what the salary range is for some of these roles. So you already have an idea that this is going to be paid six figures, while this is not going to be paid six figures. And some of these job boards are Glassdoor, LinkedIn, Indeed, and there's many more out there in Canada. And I wanted to mention also that you need to leverage your connections, because there's a lot of six-figure jobs out there that nobody knows exist. This is literally just insider information, and people only want to give their money to those they can trust, or those someone that they trust recommends. So you need to leverage your connections as well and let people know around you that you're looking for a step in your career, looking to advance, and you want to get that next job.
Hot tip, those platforms actually have filters for the salary. So when you're searching, you might just want to focus your efforts and filter for like 100K to 200K jobs or to 300K jobs, depending on how the spirit leads you.
I know that's right.
So now you're looking for those juicy 6-figure jobs. I believe the next thing would be for you to start practicing for those interviews, because believe me, they are not going to be easy interviews. So first of all, you need to practice interview questions and also situational questions. Dig deep into your experience, see what you can pull from, and just practice. I mean, when you're prepared with the kind of questions you know they're going to ask you, then you have the ammunition to win that 6-figure job.
Yes, guys. And then one thing that I've come to understand is that when you're in the running for a 6-figure job, the way they grill you and interview you is different from if you're just in the running for like a 50K or a 40K job. Let me tell you guys, they're going to book you an hour of interview and they're going to ask you questions throughout. And the questions that they ask are like, tell me about a time when you faced conflict in your company and you were the one to resolve it. Or like, tell me about a time where you used this strategy to create an award-winning project or something like that. So they're not just asking you, tell me about who you are, let me know about your experience. They're asking you, they want to know if the money that they're going to give you is worth it. So the way they're going to grill you, from what we've seen, is different from the little elementary way they grill you if you're just like entering the Canadian experience or market or whatever. They're going to grill you with every stage and every step of your experience and give you situations, and you need to let them know and convince them that you've been through these situations before and this is how you came out and this is how you're going to handle it.
And it's only fair, right? I mean, it's a 6-figure job, so they have to be sure you have the experience, you've handled crisis properly, you've been able to mitigate risks and complete projects on times without any issues.
Now, on the flip side of that is that aside from the technical aspects of your job, a lot of these recruiters also want to know if you fit the culture at their company. That's important. Another thing that we've learned about working in Canada is that they are very, very big on culture. It's not just about you doing your job. They also want to know that they would easily relate to you as a human being, that when they come to the office and you're there, there's no awkwardness involved and they can easily talk to you, easily befriend you, easily vibe with you, you know. So they're always going to ask you questions about how you relate to their culture, and they might even give you some assessments to see how you make decisions, how you think, just so they know that in the long run, this person actually blends with the culture of their company. It's crazy, guys.
And hot tip, guys, be prepared to ask questions as well, because they're going to...
That's the final thing.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, let's get back to being serious.
Yes, okay.
God have mercy upon us.
And last but not least, guys, be prepared to ask your interviewers questions. I cannot emphasize this enough. At the end of every interview for a 6-figure job, at least, your interviewer would always ask you if you have any questions for them.
They want to know if you're smart.
And the last thing you want to do is have no questions or have questions that are not thought-provoking to these people. Because I mean, you're running for a 6-figure job, they're looking at you like a leader, right? So they want to see how your brain works. They want to see if you've been listening on all the conversations you've had throughout the interview. They want to see if you are able to deploy critical thinking and pull from those, and also have thought-provoking questions that would make them shake, you understand? I always like to call it putting your interviewers on the hot seat. So you need to make it hot for them.
So can you give us examples of some of these questions that we should be asking our interviewers?
So one question I always ask my interviewers is, how did the need for this role arise, and what's the main challenge I will be solving once I resume in this role? That makes them stop and reflect, and they're like, hey, this person is already thinking of how they can be of value once they resume. They want to know why this role came about and how they're going to prioritize whatever resources they have to focus on actually delivering from day one.
And on my end, a question that I usually ask is, what is the growth trajectory within this organization? And this is always to let them know that I'm here for the long run, but I want to know that if I'm here, what plans do you have for me? You know, how am I able to develop my skills and climb within the company? So guys, make sure you do your research and get yourself some questions that you're going to be asking them so you can put them on the hot seat. One thing we've come to understand is that a lot of these interviews are not one-way streets, it's two-way. So as much as you're interviewing me, I'm interviewing you as well.
True.
So bonus tip, guys.
Yes.
Wanted to let you know that you should not be afraid of rejection.
Never ever.
As immigrants, we eat rejection for breakfast.
Yeah, so
Like, do you know how many times and how many unfortunately's we've received?
Don't let
like,
it discourage you.
Yeah, it's normal, pretty normal. So there might be a lot of hustle that will go into this. You might have to apply for like thousands of roles before you finally get the right one. But just as long as you have all your goals spread out and you know this is what you want to earn, this is what you want to do, I think you're in the right spot.
Yeah, and also I think if you're getting a lot of rejections, sometimes it's of no fault of yours, right?
Yeah.
But if there are times like
ATS be capping, the ATS be capping.
yes,
y'all.
but I mean, if you send out like 20 applications and all of them didn't come back, then you might also want to look at everything you have in there to see how you can optimize your application. So you even get to that first stage of getting the first interview, which then allows you to put your foot in the door into getting that role.
All right, guys, so that was us giving you tips on how to land your dream job. If you have tips of yours, make sure you put them in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this. I hope to see you guys in our next video.
See you.
Bye. Here are 5 tips that would help you land your dream 6-figure job in Canada. 6-figure.
Which makes you eligible to take the SAFE exam. And I got to the... Yeah.
Damn.
You can either enroll You can either enroll in the 2-day SAFE Scrum Master
certification course, which makes you eligible to take the SAFE exam and become a certified Scrum Master.
Did I get it? Should I do it again? Why are you laughing now? Why are you laughing throughout? What did I do?
Just take it again. Here are 5 tips that would help you land your dream. Are you ready?
Yeah. So before we get into it, there are actually some things you need to...
Offers a range of courses and boot camps for you to be able to... let me start again. Okay.
You can either enroll in the 2-day SAFE... Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Or you can join the... which gives you... Oh, how you... So, yeah. Hot tip, guys, be prepared to ask questions as well, because they're gonna...
That's the last, that's the final tip.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, let's get back to being serious.
Yes, okay.
I'm going to add that one there. Best believe. Like, bro, calm down. That's our last point.
I was like, I got the scoop. Okay, so one question's out. Hey!
What is going on today?
Now come on, 1 figure from my 6 figures. Okay. They're going to prioritize whatever resources they have to focus on.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me just, sorry.
Okay.
And if not, how are you going to change that? So I thought you did say something.
I wasn't sure if I was going to jump in with it.
Oh, should we do it again?
I don't know, man. It's already
Jump
getting
in,
old.
and you were jumping in. I'll let you shorten it again. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is that okay?
Ah.